Oh, that did not work. Good morning. And station. Hold on. A very important message from our sponsors. That's just a healthy reminder that here on Cliff on Comics, at Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, tell the kids to pack the fuck up and get the fuck out of the room. Yeah, I love that my goal is to have the most uncensored Saturday morning show. And then in some parts of the world, I'm a lovely evening show for somebody, I'm sure.
It's early, man. You're loud.
Yeah, I know. It's great. It's great. It's great. And for somebody else, it's someone's evening somewhere. All right. Good morning to the chats. Let's see. Let me try to actually load the chat up properly. I love how I'm seeing one thing over here. I'm seeing another thing over there. Let's see if we'll actually be done by 11:30 so I don't stomp all over John's Comics for Kids time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. How are my own lives like not alerting? Alert me to my own lives, bitches. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's beautiful. All right. Tony from Comicverse, good morning. Brandon, good morning. Red Shirt Life. Christina, you're amazing. DJ Wise. Of course, Scotty. We're like two of his favorite people.
That's my boy, man.
He is great. Of course. Is it a stream if La Crucis isn't here?
Yep. Station.
Ah, there we go. There's John.
There's John.
All right. I think I got everyone. Good morning, everybody. All right. So, man, what's a great question where it's not like something you've been asked a million times?
I don't do too many shows, so you can ask. Go ahead. Go away.
All right. Now, so what like really lured you into comics? And bonus brownie points if you can answer that question without using the word COVID.
That's it. You got the brownie points. No. You know, funny enough, I got into comics trying to make money. To be honest with you, I was I think it was.
So it was very quickly you realized that was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea. Super bad investment. But yeah, I was on my way to work one morning, and I'm reading my news. And at this point in my life, I'm not collecting a thing. I don't have anything collectible. I don't have it in my mind. I don't care about it. Whatever it is. And I read a headline that says, "Rick from The Walking Dead is going to die in the Walking Dead comic book." And I said, "Oh shit, that's major. Like, that's huge. I got to get my hands on this thing, right?" So me not knowing about FOC, me not knowing about any of this stuff, I'm calling all our Google comic shops and I'm asking, "Do you have this Walking Dead Rick's gonna die issue?" And they're like laughing at me, basically. They're like, "What the fuck? That's sold out, dude. Like, that's gone already." So anyway, long story short, I find a Gmark Comics website. It's a online shop based in Chicago, and they had it for like $12. And I was like, $12? Jesus Christ! Is that how much comic books are going for? But then in my head, I'm like, yeah, but you could probably sell it for like $25 or something. This is Rick dying. So I went and bought it, got it mailed to me, and when I opened it up, because I just was curious, I hadn't seen a comic since I was like 14 years old, right? I'm like 40 at this point. I opened up the comic book, and I can't explain the feeling. Like a euphoria, some sort of like unlocked memory, something just, I almost cried. It was crazy. Like, I'm looking at the pages and all these memories of me being a kid and reading comic books. Because I started reading when I was about 8 years old. And then I got out at about 14 because it just got too expensive for a 14-year-old kid. But I don't know what it was. I guess I tucked all those memories away, all those feelings away.
And then
Yeah, it just rushed back to me. Like I
The
just had
pop,
this
the
like,
pop, crackle, and sizzle of the mind, and like, look at the arts, look at the words.
yeah, dude, I was just like, I was just in awe and just remembering all these memories just came back to me all at once. And needless to say, I didn't sell the comic book and I just went back to the website and started ordering more. So that's how it happened, man.
That's awesome. I just see you green like you're like, there's so many Walking Dead issues to collect. Damn you, Rick. Why did you have to die in issue 150 something?
Well, what's funny? What's funny was I was gonna just pick up The Walking Dead because I had watched the TV show. I was a fan of the TV show. I had known that it was a comic book before, but I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time I get into this comic, and I'll pick up whatever I missed along the way, maybe a book or something. And they had solicited like, I don't know, 5 issues after his death. And then just 1 or 2 issues later, they just end the comic book. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? What am I gonna do now? So then I just started
Well,
going
they
on a mental
killed your lead.
Rolodex. I just went into the mental Rolodex and I was like, okay, what did you like as a kid? So I was just Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk. I just started Batman. Started writing everything I like. So then I started looking that stuff up. Where are they at? Where are they still making these things? I had no idea. So, but yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, Spider-Man's the best because he always reminds us that we're broke. And like, yeah, that's my favorite. I mean, like, I want Peter Parker to win, but at the same time, my favorite relatable Peter is like, well, shit, I just paid my electric. I guess I can't eat tonight. It's like, oh no, it's like I don't got funds to make web fluid. What am I gonna do? I was like, didn't like he take a job from Kingpin once because he couldn't afford web fluid? So
I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I got that a little twisted in my mind, but I feel like I'm not entirely wrong. I feel like that's not like the worst thing he's done.
Oh man.
That is great. Speaking of Spidey, so when did you realize when did you reignite your love for him?
Oh, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I mean, when I got into Spider-Man, it was Nick Spencer's run.
Oh my! Yeah. Oh, what a dangerous time!
Right.
What a dangerous time for you.
So it wasn't. I mean, it was decent. It was decent, but you know what hit me most of all is that okay, I picked up Spider-Man, picked up Hulk, I picked up all these books, and I in my mind I was thinking, okay, 30 freaking years have passed by. Yeah. This has got to be a whole new universe now, right? It's got to be a whole different thing.
A little bit yes, a little bit no.
Mostly no. It's like everybody is still the exact same way. Peter's broke. You know what I mean? Chasing after Mary Jane, Hobgoblin and Norman Osborn, whatever, they're chasing him. The X-Men are the X-Men still. Everybody's still the same character. It's like it's funny how 30 years can pass and really nothing changes. Like it's all really the same. So I was happy for it. I was happy for it, to be honest. It was like, okay, thank God. I don't got to learn 1,000 different, new things about these characters.
I know, right? It's like Colossus is still organic steel. Great job. Good morning to Will. Oh, good morning to Marcus. Bleeker, of course.
Bleeker.
Locke, you artistic savage, you. Good morning. Look at that. We got everybody. You took my job, couple. Oh, look, it's Trev.
Hey, Trev.
Oh my God, are we like two legends together? No. Break a leg tonight, cup of coffee. Yeah, everybody break a leg with your nominations tonight. I want one. I just want. I mean, I do. I mean, like I'm okay. Like I'll live. Like last year was like much more serious for me, and only because I was so invested in Empire Comics winning. And then I was just thrilled. That like we got in there too, and so I'm okay. But I still want one of them. I still want. I mean, to be honest, I want best collaboration. because like I feel like we're a real collaboration. I have my own channel, Phable has its own channel, the council's its own channel. We have people in the shop, we have people on the panel, we got people everywhere. I just feel like that one. I just feel like that's the one that like I really would like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also because in the other category, I'm up against Marcus, and I really want Marcus to have that one. So I'm like, And then of course I want all my buddies to win. But that one's really. Let me tell you how I worked real hard to spread the freaking love. So I hope I see some fantastic wins tonight.
Yeah.
I'm real nervous. I saw that first. I saw that first. Oh, thank you, C Bizzle. Thank you. I appreciate this. It's all going to. So yeah, apparently I gotta hit 100 to hit the payout on YouTube. So my original goal was for anything from now to December 1st will go to my toy drive. My toy drive, it's happening December. My toy drive is happening Saturday, December 14th. If I don't hit that 100 by the end of the month, everything is going to go to the food pantry because they really need it. I was there yesterday with my clients. They still don't have enough. Still don't have enough volunteers for packing stuff. They still don't have enough volunteer drivers. They just don't have enough. And it's hundreds of dollars a week to keep the food pantry going. So, and in the meantime, my toy drive always does pretty well. So anyone who wants to send toys to the shop, awesome. DM me. Everything else, it looks at the rate we're going, it looks like it's going to go to the food pantry because the holidays are here. People got to eat.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely DM you. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And good morning, Brian.
Station.
Yeah, already there's this giant box arrived at the store from Austin LeMay. Just full of toys. It's like Cliff. It's like Cliff, Toys for Tots, Caravel Turnovers. He's like, and I was like, I warned you it was coming. He's like, okay, that's a big box.
This community is awesome, man. Always giving. Always, so many good people here, man.
These guys are fantastic, and I just wish we could do more. It's never enough. I will send you info, sir. Yes. All right. So, moving right along. After my impassioned plea about the holidays. Oh my God. I don't know. Oh my God. I'm terrible. I don't know what I need. I need a specialist, and then we got to figure out what drug I need to get my attention span on track.
Did you have your coffee?
I had 3. But the first one, I grabbed the cup weird, and half of it ended up on my shirt. Right. So I finished it, and then I made a new one, and then my mother woke up, and then we had another one, and now I'm just a mess because I've had too much coffee. But before we move on into my comic of the week, I did want to just share this with you because I felt it's special because it's 2 of your favorites.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I just thought it was so appropriate for some Spider-Man and Kitty Pryde love.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say, what did she even call herself at this time?
She was Shadow Cat, right?
But it doesn't say Shadow Cat. It's like it's just Kitty Pryde, and I'm like, was she Ariel? Was she Ariel? Was she Sprite? Was she just Kitty Pryde because she was in between names? Yeah, it's so great. It's so.
I think it was always Kitty. Yeah. I don't know if she had a name, to be honest, when she first came in.
Well, no, she showed up as Kitty. And then that's when all the crap started. Then it was like, it's Kitty Pryde, and then Ariel, Sprite. Ariel's the worst. That's the one with like the rainbow leggings and shit. I'm like, oh, yeah, no. Like, girl, get a fashion designer, something. I know you're like 15 and thoughtless, but geez. Oh my God.
The 80s.
Let's roll into comic of the week. So my comic of the week is really a damn shame. I didn't care for most of the comics this week, so I'm giving it to Amazing Spider-Man 60, the big titty cover. And basically that's it. Spidey's being a little perv over here, big titties, and it's the end of Zeb Wells 1. and God bless him. He's free. He's free from his Spider-Man prison.
That's the last one. That's the last up.
That is the last Zeb Wells. It is over. The curse moves on to someone else. To someone else. And you know what? And I believe it's a curse. I believe it's a curse because when I met him at New York Comic Con in 2022, he was so lovely, so great to talk to him. He was so genuinely excited about the book. And then the book that kept coming out never seemed like the book we were talking about at Comic Con. It never seemed to be the book that he wanted to write, you know? And he was he even had a little face when I said that most of his issues had been lackluster, except until what's her name showed up during the Judgment Day, Gwen Stacy, you know? Okay. And he assured me that was Gwen, you know, that appeared. So I was like, well, that's cool. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy. And then I don't know. After that, well,
didn't he write Deadpool Wolverine the movie? Didn't he write that movie?
No, he contributed to it. He also he wrote an episode of She-Hulk, the TV series, where where she goes to the men's getaway. He wrote that episode. I love that episode.
That was a great episode. Yeah. He's got a bright future.
Have you seen Supermansion? He wrote all of Supermansion.
Really?
You know?
Do that.
So I'm just saying. I'm like, I don't know why we're squandering his talent on 5,000 issues of Amazing Spider-Man. Woo, the chat is fire. Oh my God.
So many good people.
He went through a divorce. Yes. Yeah, okay. I mean, the divorce is not helping. Not helping. Two-Gun Pedro, what is up?
Hey, pew pew.
I love that. I remember when I was a kid, I was all excited. I was just always writing comic book characters. One of them, I think I called him Six Shot or Hot Shot or something. And then I was like so pissed off because like I found him in a comic book and I was like, damn, there are just no good names left. And then I was reading like an X-Men book and somebody's like, and it's like, and I'm Henry McCoy, the Beast. And it's like, the Beast is like, wow, we really have run out of superhero names.
Run out of names.
So great. So, sir, do you have a comic of the week?
Yes. So I am quite behind on new comic books, to be honest with you. Like I told you, I'm in a moving situation. So what I do is I kind of pick them up, stack them, put them in storage, and, you know, I'm saving them for later. Big read later. But I did pick up something this week, and it's actually something that's old, but it's new to me. So I'm talking about, sorry about that. Absolute Batman. And of course I got the first print here too. So yeah, this is my pick of the week, even though it didn't come out this week, but it technically did come out this week. But yeah, this is my pick of the week.
That's it. That's an acceptable cheat. Yes.
And I loved it, man. I think it's fantastic. You know, just when you think they couldn't tell any more Batman stories because it's like a bajillion Batman books every freaking week.
Well, that just because there's a bajillion Batman books doesn't mean they're actually telling good Batman stories.
Yeah.
So what's your pitch? I'm going to take Batman's mental illness and turn it into a supervillain.
I'm loving
what are you guys doing over at Superman? Brainiac returns. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know?
Yep, no.
And what are you guys doing with Wonder Woman? We have an epic tale where Diana truly goes up against the man. And it's like, and it's just like really fascinating, you know? And it's like, Liesel, most underrated comic. Best book at DC, most underrated comic. My God. But no, Batman, you know, it's good. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with you.
Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest DC guy. I got to be honest with you. I'm more of a Marvel guy, but Batman, I've always loved Batman. So, you know, this is a good jumping on point for me.
All the Marvel guys have always loved Batman all through my life, over and over. DC's like, except for Batman. I'm like, oh, of course, except for Batman.
But I liked it. I thought it was, you know, I like the little twists and turns. I might have not caught everything, but
interesting.
yeah,
Very interesting. Oh,
I mean,
Brian, thank you. Thank you for joining.
when he took out his ears, I was like, oh man, that's so fucking goofy, but it's so freaking hot at the same time.
Nice.
I love it. Comic books.
I love it. I love it. I mean, like, it's I don't know. I'm so jaded, and you know, it's hard for me, but I want to have the love. I want to have the love, you know. In the meantime, I didn't hate Wonder Woman. I didn't hate it, so I'm still holding out. All right. So that was our comic book of the week. And you know what that means. That means we gotta amp it up, we gotta ramp it up, and we gotta move into a deeper territory. A deeper territory that I'm not sure. Where am I?
Jaded is an understatement.
Who said jaded is an understatement? I knew it. I didn't have to look, and I knew it was Trev. I didn't even have to look.
There's so many Pat books, man. There's so many.
There is. Oh my heavens! Come on.
But I didn't talk because I'm an X-Men fan, and we all know what's going on over there.
I know, but you know, it's not all bad. Storm actually started off real hot, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, so we are going to move into our BussyBuster. BussyBuster. So mine this week is going to be this lovely duo.
Ooh.
Because I owe it to him. So my poll for this week was, who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Spider-Punk.
Promiscuous time traveler immediately called me out for not including Hobby and Spider-Punk. So this is in celebration of him. And there you go. But also, I just love these. I think I may have them slabbed because I think it's such a great cover, even though it's been homaged 5,000 times. But I do think it genuinely looks great. I really do.
Where'd you get those from? Those look like exclusives.
These are exclusives. I got off of a Sleeping Giant Whatnot.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is also where I got this bad boy.
Nice. Oh yeah.
So bonus sexy cover. All right, sir, you are up.
All right. So my BussyBuster. Excuse me, I'm about to make a lot of noise here, but I'm getting everything out of storage. I actually have two myself, and they're different but the same. So what I mean is, I'm a big guy. I'm big into facsimiles. Like I've been doing facsimiles since they first started pumping them out. In 2019, around there, 2018. Now it's gotten kind of ridiculous. Now they got like a foil for everyone that comes out and stuff like that. Can't keep up. It's gotten real popular. But there was one that I saw that just like, I was just like, I have to have it. I have to have it. And that is the Detective Comics facsimile.
The original size.
Yes, that is what made my bussy bust. Because I have this in the normal comic size, and I thought I was done. But then I saw this bad boy, and I was like, oh no. No. I must have this. And then the paper and everything, the reprint quality on this thing is freaking fantastic.
No, they did a great job.
But
pain in the ass for storage, but they did a great job.
Yeah. Talk about pain in the ass for storage. There was another one there that the same thing, man. Had to have it. I'm talking about the Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Sorry guys for all the glitching and stuff. But yeah, I had to have these two. I saw them at the same time. I grabbed both of them, man. I was like, Jesus Christ. Hell yeah. DC is doing it, man. They're doing it. I need more like this.
It's so funny. It's like DC's doing it. I'm like, they are. They're hurting our wallet every chance they get. I don't know how I feel about all the reprints. I will tell you this: the pre-code horror Kickstarter that's going on now, is excellent. That's right, everybody. Hold on. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in for a hot second. Let me zoom in. Let me tell you something. Let me share a little secret with you. Let me share. The pre-code horror Kickstarter, those are true facsimiles. True. Also, let me end this segment, by the way. Thank you for sharing.
No,
I'm sorry. Back to you.
No, man. I saw that last night, actually. The pre-code horror. It's like a 15-pack, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Oh, they look so good. I might get on that, man. I might buy that.
Yeah. No, listen. Highly recommend, and they are true facsimiles. Do you want to know why they're true facsimiles? Original cover price and everything. Everything. So I've pinned it in the chat. Go check them out. And yeah, for real, it is legit. You get that Nazi Klansman trying to kill the girl in the jungle. You get those mystery men spilling out the mouth of death. You get that weird half devil guy. I mean, you get the doctor performing surgery on some girl. You get the brains being removed by that dude's head. Whatever all this is, the chills, the thrills, the suspense. So the basic one, the Frightening 15, is Suspense Comics 3, 8, 11, and 12. Punch Comics 12 and 9. Chamber of Chills 9 and 23. Weird Mysteries 4, 5, 6, and 12. Weird Chills 1, 2, and 3. However, if I understand this correctly, the bigger you go with the collector set. So if you get the box run, all right, it's different. Hold on.
So I was a little confused. Yeah.
Right. So you could get the Weird Mysteries one, and it's Weird Mysteries 1 through 12 for $175. Suspense Comics, same thing, 1 through 12 for $175. $225 for the fluorescent variants to the original 15 they proposed.
Right.
The Punch Comics run for $250, which is presenting it for the first time in a complete set. Authentic editions are printed on classic paper stock with original ads and original cover price. Then we got a silver foil version of the 15, the Chamber of Chills box set for $350. Then we got the Blood Moon red covers for $375. Then the I Need Everything, which is 70 issues box set for $975.
Damn.
You get the Frightening 15 and 70 other issues curated and combined. And then you get the 115 collector set, only the Fearless Dare for $1,800. All the collections and the fluorescent and the silver foil and the red foil, for a total of 115 comics for $1,800. Damn, but they are truly true facsimiles. So I mean, I gotta give it up to them for putting in the work.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is lost to time, right? Because they
because all the burning. So like it's right there in the description. I could just share this page and just just do that. Let's just look at. So look, there it is. Hitler was a beginner compared to the comic book industry. There they are, just burning it all up. Being like, goodbye comic book and comic book history. Look for the approved seal. And then, of course, they're proud that these will be authentic editions. And then this is the key 15 that you get if you do the basic. And there's the $1,800 one off to the right here. Them red foils. Yeah, look at this. This is insane.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I will tell you this: if you can spill for the $1,500, I mean the $1,800 one, geez, you get all these cool things, the embossed box, the trading card, all that, and it comes out to $15 a comic. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
I gotta see what drove these people insane like this. Like, I gotta see what the fuss was about. Like, because I've never read any of them. I've just heard about them.
You got to remember back then they had not seen that level of violence. Like that level of violence was intense. It's like it's in a comic book. Oh, my children are reading this story about man beheading a woman. Oh, you know, I was like, I would love to snatch one of them and teleport them to the future and be like, look, this is crossed, and then just
right cross, right.
you know, dude, look at the original Exorcist and how many people came running out of the theater screaming, crying, throwing up. Watch the videos of people who saw Alien for the first time. They're like, oh my God. And their children are like, I thought it was so cool. And they're like, it was horrifying. And I'm like, you know. And
I saw one of those, and the kid was like, would you take your kid? Like, they asked the kid if he would take his kid or something like that. And he was like, no, I wouldn't. The kid. So it's like his parents traumatized him. But
I know, and that kid is probably an alien collector now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure he doesn't regret it.
Exactly. He's just like that, or he had a lot of therapy. We're gonna figure it out. The one that scared the crap out of me as a kid for the longest period of time, shockingly, is Superman 3.
What? Oh, the robot lady.
When Vera Webster gets pulled into the computer and turned into a cyborg. I'm like, oh,
I'm right there with you, dude. I was scared as shit of that lady in that movie.
And you want to know what's funny? My mom took it like a champ. All the shit we've ever watched, and she has never enjoyed horror. That is not like her choice of film ever. And my mom took it like a champ. She's like, it's okay. It's okay. You know?
Oh yeah, no, I could relate to that. Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was something else. I was like, oh. I was like looking at the cords and everything. Her eyes just turned silver.
I know.
People do not give that lady enough credit. Okay, the makeup that she probably had to go through for that transformation, for such a small role, you know. Good Lord, Vera Webster, Superman 3, girl, you're the shining star of that horrifying movie.
Because you're all like, oh, Richard Pryor, oh, this is funny, this is cool, and then that happens.
Yeah, and then you're like, surprise, bitches. Whew. Good Lord. And even when you Google her, just the most horrifying pictures of her as the cyborg come up. You know?
You know what I'm doing as soon as the stream is over.
You're like, I gotta go look that up. What about the weird tree in Flash Gordon with the monster that was stabbing? You know what? No, it didn't have the same effect on me. I mean, like, that was a little scary, and I was like, oh, Flash, don't put your dick in there. But like, otherwise, you know.
Oh shit.
All I could think about was like, man, they got two sexy ass men for this Flash Gordon movie. Woo! You know, my word. I don't know how many times. Oh my God. I remember, who was it who used to make fun of me as a kid? A few people used to make fun of me as a kid because they're like, you know, Cliff is watching Flash Gordon just to see Sam Jones' ass. And I'm like, I mean, you ain't entirely wrong.
Sam Jones was handsome, man.
And Timothy Dalton, let me tell you, he hung on to those good looks for a lifetime. And he ain't terrible looking now. Like, I'm not going to give it to him at 78. I'm not. But I am saying if I were 68, I probably would. But not at our current age discrepancy. But like if I were a little older, he could probably get it. But that man looks so good. I mean, I won't lie. In 2007, in Hot Fuzz, he was still looking good. I would have given it to him then. I still would have given it to him then. He was still looking good. That good.
Oh shit.
You know? Shout out to Timothy Dalton. Thanks for being a sexy Brit. Oh my Lord. Goodness gracious. All right. You know what? I should hit you up with another question. I talked about Spider-Man. You forced your hand, but like, tell me about your love affair with the X-Men and specifically Kitty Pryde.
All right. So X-Men, the way I got into X-Men, I was 8 years old. And, you know, being a latchkey kid, I had to stay with my grandmother a lot. You know, whenever mom had to do something, I would go to my grandmother's house. And on my grandmother's coffee table, right? Remember TV Guide and all that shit? She used to have TV guides and stuff like that. And right in the middle of the pile was Uncanny X-Men 212. I
Ooh.
don't know if you remember the cover for 212, but that's the one where Wolverine's all bloody. He's all cut up and bloodied up. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Now, I don't know how I was aware of the X-Men at the time, but I knew who they were for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen that. Like, I've never seen a bloody cut up Wolverine. So that
On a
just
bloody cover.
yeah, that just immediately caught my attention. And it was actually 212 and 213.
Yeah, because it's part 1 and part 2 of the big fight.
Right.
Wolverine, Sabretooth has come to kill you again.
Yeah. And 213 to this day remains one of my top 5 covers. I love.
Yeah, him and Sabretooth is beautiful.
Yeah, love it. But anyway, so I really, really enjoyed reading those issues. I was just like, wow, this is great. Like, I don't know, like I had read Archie comics before, like because they used to have them in the supermarket or whatever at the checkout. And I used to see them and I said, Mom, get me that. And she used to get it for me. But I don't know, I wasn't aware of comic books, like, the ones we read. So when I saw that, I was like, I need more of this. Like, I need to have more, but I didn't know where to get them. I didn't have any shops that I was aware of around me. So I didn't know how to continue my Uncanny X-Men. And luckily, I had a cousin who was into comics, man, and he had a whole entire collection. And he didn't really care much for like preserving them or saving them or anything. So when he found out that I had read those because I told him about it, he said, "Oh yeah," and he gave me a bunch of Uncanny X-Men, man. And the Uncanny X-Men he gave me was when Kitty Pryde first joined the X-Men, and that just unlocked something because I could relate a lot to Kitty Pryde in a lot of ways, and I think a lot of children at that time could relate to somebody like Kitty Pryde. She's walking into this new universe, this new world of oddities, and you as a kid, you're kind of like doing the same thing, the world is weird, people are strange, and it's just like this parallel. So yeah, I related to her so much, and her journey through the X-Men was sort of my journey through the X-Men. That's how I got into it and found out who Nightcrawler is, this guy is, that girl, that, you know what I mean? And it was just fantastic. And just a bunch of weird people, man, but the love of family, you know a family
Absolutely.
unit. Yeah, so all of that, I related to all of it, and I loved it ever since, and I continue to love it. I mean, I will always pick up X-Men no matter how terrible it is. I will always buy
United by the one thing that keeps them away from humanity.
it. Yeah.
X-Gene. I love it. I love when straight folk are into the X-Men. It just gives me hope for the future. And then they tell me the X-Men aren't really gay, and I said, get out.
I mean, to me, in my opinion, I think that's the greatest IP in comics. Just for that reason, just for the reason that there's something there for everybody. Doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. If you're super religious, if you're, you know what I mean, if whatever your sexuality is, if you're into just, having a million tattoos, maybe, or something that society doesn't deem normal or whatever. I think so many people can relate to that IP.
The X-Men are so fascinating because they're all so incredibly tolerant of one another, and like Kitty's faiths. Oh, they're not all gay. Cliff Summer by. True. Yes, absolutely. Just look at Cyclops and Wolverine. It's canon. And we saw the map. We saw the map of the Summers home. All right. Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean's rooms interconnect. All right.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what their current editor says. We were there. We saw it. It's historically accurate. Oh my goodness. But damn, I got so derailed by Cyclops. Which, and of course, Wolverine's son being by, it's so funny because Wolverine and Hercules are a couple in the multiverse. Like that, they're not afraid to do. They're not afraid to do that. You know what they're afraid to give us? They're afraid to give us a gay or bi Peter Parker. They're terrified of that. You know, they gave us Web Weaver. Web Weaver ain't even close to a Peter Parker. He ain't even close to a Jessica Drew. He's just some other dude altogether. Cyclops is a dick. Cyclops got the dick. Let's just be
clear. Yeah. I was gonna say that.
All right. And you know what? If we go down the track record of shit shows of the X-Men, no one is safe. No one's innocent except my precious Storm. And even Storm did forge real dirty for a while until she finally had that moment where he's like working to keep the shields up around Krakoa, right? And she flies to him. She goes, all right, look, I got to just break it down to you. I was doing you real dirty, and I want you to know that I appreciate you. and you are just doing it all. Okay, Phil, that sounds really erotic, and I would be down for that.
Well,
I would so be down for that. I was like, let Slim push me down and call me names. I was like,
I don't know what all the hate has come from over these years. Like when I was a kid,
Madeline Pryor.
That's what Pryor. It is?
That's the first one. He did her so dirty. All right. Or how about that he don't stop fucking redheads? How about the minute Jean's body is barely cold and he's out there banging Colleen Wing. It is Colleen Wing with the red hair, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. He's out there banging Colleen Wing, you know? So, like, everyone likes to forget. I don't forget. The gay X-Men fans, we don't forget. We got a track fucking record, okay? Dark Phoenix Cyclops killed Professor Xavier. Dickhead, you know? Oh, the love of my life is back from the dead. Let me abandon my wife and child. Dickhead. Madeline is on a warpath. We should save her and get her mental health. No, let her be banished to hell. Dickhead. Madeline is back. Illyana seduces her into taking on the mantle of the Goblin Queen to free herself from her own debts to hell, and everyone just thinks that that's okay. Dickhead. Y'all motherfuckers took my kid from me, never gave me a second shot, and tell me I'm wrong for this shit. You fucking raised my kid without me. It's like, you need to get over yourself, Madeline. Dickhead. Dickhead, because there's multiple dickheads at this point. Illyana, I'm watching you, Illyana. I'm watching you. Oh, let's go to hell and talk to the demon that gives Juggernaut his powers, and we'll see what happens. And it's like, all right, I'll take the power of Juggernaut. No, Illyana, you are my little sister. I protect you. I'll do it. Oh no, Colossus. And Cyclops is right there. Be like, you dirty little bitch hoe. You did this. You did this. You know?
I don't know. I think
no one is safe.
Emma Frost, I was like, oh, that's the man right there. He's the man.
Oh my God, then he's banging Emma. Jean again is barely 2 seconds in the ground, right? But now that she's in the white hot room for the 1 millionth time, she's like, oh, live, Scott, live. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Who do you know who's dead for 2 seconds? Maybe it's because she's a higher evolved form of life. Maybe she's like, we're all mutants. We're all fucked up. We're all a little bit queer. Go get yours. I mean, like, I want to believe that that's the Jean that I believe in right now. So, like, good for you, girl. But damn, that was a hard pill to swallow. So have I proposed to you why some hate may be showing up for Cyclops over the years?
Yeah, I was out. I was out after 94. So I didn't know half of this stuff.
Under the bus. Illyana has her own fucking bus with horns on it. Boom. Just saying. Look, they all got to get it where they deserve it. Anyhow, I'm sorry. X-Men 97 course corrected him a lot, and I appreciate that. Because it's true. Just because these horny, dirty-ass old writers are writing Cyclops like that, you know? Although, I really got to tell you, wasn't it Gail Simone writing X Factor? I'm like, girl, you are harsh with Cyclops. Harsh.
I always thought he was a pimp, man. I always thought it was a pimp. Like this guy gets all the girls, man, all of them.
I mean, it's not all the girls. I mean, we went through the list. It's Misty, Jean, Emma, Wolverine. So that's 3 girls and a guy. I mean, we're fine here. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Oh, Madeline. Madeline counts as a separate person, you know. So yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. That's it. That's the many loves
For now.
For now, right? But I'm just saying, like, does that feel like an extraordinary list? I think it's okay. I think it's safe.
I mean, you know, it's the girls that, you know, I like. So
there you go. There you go. You know, yeah, let's see. Jean, Colleen, Madeline. Oh, okay. Cyclops. All right, no. All right, Psylocke. Sorry, Psylocke. Emma Frost. Yes. Lee Forrester. Forgot about her. But why does it say Polaris and Rogue? I don't remember Polaris and Rogue. Lee Forrester. He did date her, so she counts. Okay, Polaris in the Ultimates. Rogue kissed Scott in the Ultimates.
Okay.
In the Mutant X universe, he was lovers with Carol Danvers. No, I'm sorry. Ultimate universes, I'm not. No, out. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. And good morning, madam.
Yeah, I do. You're so right too, Ken. I was like, yeah, it's more interesting than reading it. Tell me about it, Cliff.
Yeah, I'm like, wait. I was like, which dirty hoe are we getting into this week? You know, I was like, don't even get me started on Captain Britain and how he was doing that girl dirty and in Excalibur. Woo. My word.
Oh my God. So many good people in that chat, man. Thank you for showing up, guys. Hell yeah.
Amazing chat. Good morning, AR. Oh, Poke and Joe. You beautiful, beautiful man.
A mad scientist, I call him.
He is. Actually, he's a mad. What's a great word? The mad forger. The mad
forger. That's good. Yeah.
I like that. Yes. I love it. I'm down. That's it. We're doing it. That's it. That's his title. Excalibur was like a soap opera from the beginning. You want to know what's really interesting? Here's a little piece of information before I move on to our next segment. The Detroit era Justice League is modeled after the X-Men. Because X-Men and Teen Titans were so popular at the time, and both of those books were a little more soap opera-esque.
Yes.
And the Detroit era Justice League follows that exact same model, but no one appreciated it. Everyone was like, why are they in the Justice League? What is this?
I think that's why I like the latest run of She-Hulk from Rainbow Royale. I think that's what caught me on that one, because everybody was talking crap about it, and I read it, and I was like, okay, first issue was whatever, second issue was whatever. By the third or fourth issue, I was like, girl, what are you going to do with Jack of Hearts? What's going to happen now?
Jack of Hearts is a tough one, too, because they got history. They got real history.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like, damn, I got caught up. Yeah. Well, maybe I like soap operas, Cliff. Maybe we just unlocked some
You do like those soap operas. The X-Men was the ultimate soap opera. But yeah, it's crazy. There are 4 volumes of She-Hulk. Volume 1, Jen Again, issues 1 through 5. Volume 2, Jen of Hearts, 6 through 10. Volume 3, 11 through 15, Girl Can't Help It. And Volume 4, Jensational, collecting Sensational She-Hulk number 1, number 2, and 3 and 4. Interesting. I may pick up the volumes, you know.
Oh, worth it.
Rainbow Royale. Yeah. All right. You know, it's hard. Oh, look at this. Love Jack of Hearts in the She-Hulk storylines. It's true. And he got the real feelings for her. He got the real feelings for her. I love that. I do. All right. Let's move on to one of my favorite new games. It's Rated or Hate It. This week's Rated or Hate It is the 5-year retrospective from October 2019 at cover price. The top 10 of 2019 was very Marvel heavy. This list had 7 entries from Marvel, 2 from Image, and only 1 from DC. A handful of these books were big surprise exclusives from New York Comic Con, as it had ended recently. There were speculation books as usual and a few older titles that were finally experiencing some aftermarket glow. Let's begin. Our first one is immediately an NYCC. Good Lord. Here we go. The Ghost Rider #1 glow-in-the-dark variant. And as per usual, the rules are you rate it or you hate it. And if you rate it, it is a 1 to 5 star system. 5 being like, it's amazing, it's collectible, it's a future investment, I want it. 4 is like, I totally want it for myself. 3 is like, this is great, I'd pick it up. 1s and 2s are like, yeah, there's an audience for this.
Yeah.
All right, sir, rate it or hate it?
I'm gonna rate this one. I didn't read. 2019 was my first year back, so a lot of this list I probably didn't read, but Instagram, you know, as it does to us all, gave me a great amount of FOMO for a lot of these books. So I'm gonna rate this a 5 because everybody I know, well, not everybody I know, but a lot of Ghost Rider fans, man, they post this glow-in-the-dark Ghost Rider cover so much that I just have to have it one day. So I'm giving this a 5. This is collectible for sure.
You're giving it a 5. Comic gives it a 3. Travis giving it 2. Madam gives it an eh.
They probably read it. They probably read it. Like,
yeah. I too am a sucker for glow-in-the-dark covers. I am going with, oh look, 2 stars from Love for Comics, a 5 from Cup. I'm gonna be a little more okay. I'm giving it a 4 because like I don't have a particular love of Ghost Rider, but I do love a glow-in-the-dark cover, and this one happens to be very pretty in person.
Oh yeah, look at the crown, man. The crown.
No, that is. It's real nice. It's real nice.
Oh yeah.
Our next one was an unreleased comic, but the Ashcan debuted at New York Comic Con, selling extremely well, from Charles Soule and Scott Snyder collaboration. It is The Undiscovered Country. I'm sorry, Undiscovered Country. Rated or hate it?
Hate it, man. Hate it. I was so looking forward to this book. And when I finally read it, I was like, what the hell is this?
Exactly. I don't know what they were going for. You notice though, you notice it was a bust. It took look 0, all right. Look,
okay.
2 stars for Love for Content. That's a generous 2 stars in my book. I don't know what this book was trying to do. I don't know what they were thinking. You know, no news of any adaptations because people are like, I don't even know why we want to invest in this.
It was so hot, man, because of the creators on board, but it was like, I don't know, like you said, what the hell's going on here? I have no idea. And then I read issue 2 and they didn't help either. So if this is something that's sought after, I'd say look somewhere else. Hate it.
Unbelievable. And a blast from Madam. -1 from Evil Comics. The next one might be hitting the -2s because it is ridiculous. The next one, I believe, was, I think it's the debut of Gold Balls. Gold Balls, everyone's favorite new character, was moving plenty of books in the aftermarket in 2019. Raw near mints of this were coming for $22. And CGC 9.8 graded copies were sold in March of 2022 for around $60. Who could have predicted that prices for dear old Gold Balls would drop? Raw copies at $7 in 2024, and graded copies recently sold for below $35, making this one of the biggest busts in 5 years. Rate it or hate it?
Yeah, I mean, I understand why it would drop or whatever. But you know, when I told you that The Walking Dead got me into comics again in 2019, it was House of X and Powers of X that cemented me into the community. This book was absolutely a must-have for me, but I understand, I get it. So I'm gonna give this a generous. I'm gonna give this a 3, man. I like this. I like Powers of X, House of
And
X.
I'm going to join you in giving it a 3 because Gold Ball was one of the 5.
Yes, right. The
Because it turns
resurrection.
out that these useless gold balls he was releasing actually had genetic infrastructure for the resurrection protocol.
Yeah.
And that is the only reason I'm giving this a 3 to show, put a little respect on his name, you know? But
Jonathan Hickman, man, he turned shit into gold, man. I swear to God. He does it all the time.
Yep, he really can. He really can. God bless. The next one. Oh, the next one. It's a McFarlane Virgin variant.
Uh-oh.
You know, you gotta love those. And it's actually, I mean, yeah, pretty recent, 2019. Spawn 301.
Hmm.
You know, I kind of dig this cover. What are we gonna do? Rate it or hate it?
I'm gonna rate it because Todd McFarlane is one of my childhood heroes. You know, his art drew me in so much as a kid, and I respect the hell out of him and what he's done in the last 20, 30 years with comic books as a whole and everything. I think he's lost the touch, just a touch, just you know, he's just not as sharp as I remember him. But I'll always take a Todd cover any day of the week. So I'm gonna give this, and I'm not reading Spawn, so I don't know what's going on. So this is just based on cover. I'm gonna give this a between a 3 and a 4. I'm gonna give this a 3-2, man. I'm gonna give it a 3.
I, who do not read Spawn, I'm giving this one a 4.
Yeah.
Like, I am enjoying. I think it's a beautiful cover. I do not feel he's lost his touch yet, unlike Frank Miller. I don't feel his time has come yet at all, unlike John Romita Jr. But like, you know, I think this is a great cover from 2019. You know, I mean, the book doesn't seem to have anything else, but again, it's a Spawn book, so uno nunca sabe.
Right.
And so I'm gonna give it a generous 4. Like, you know, oh, we got a 4 and another 4. There we go. There we go.
I was stuck between 3 and 4. It's 3 and 4. But like I said, I don't read Spawn, so but I respect the hell out of Todd, and I'll always get a Todd McFarlane cover. Doesn't matter what it is, man.
Oh, the next one. Oh, the next one's kind of solid. It's the Codex Dale Keown Absolute Carnage Immortal Hulk variant. Rate it or hate it.
That's good. This is a good one. I love Dale Keown. I think he's amazing. I thought his Hulk in the 90s was fantastic. I loved the way he drew Hulk. I was so glad to see that he's still around at this time. Absolute Carnage, Donny Cates. Also loved his run on all of that, Venom and everything. This is tough though, man. This is a beautiful cover. I'll give this a solid 3. I'll give this a solid 3.
I'm giving a 1 from Madam Skin. I'm giving this one a 3 as well. I think it's a great cover. I don't know if we're going to see any more Venom Hulk in the future, but who knows? It could happen. It could explode all on its own. All right. Next one brings us back to the X-Men. Powers of X and House of X were 2 X titles that were selling extremely well for Marvel. This particular variant was selling raw for $11. Nearburn copies are around the cover price for 2024. Is there anything? Yeah, there's nothing here to say that there's anything else special about this book. It's Powers of X number 6. But it's a great movie cover.
Again, House of X, Powers of X. That was my jam. Love it to death. And I did manage to get all these decade variants. That was something that I was definitely wanted to do back then. I'm gonna give this a. I'll give this a 4, man. I'll give this a 4. Wolverine's one of my faves. They got him through the time, through the years. I love this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'll give it a 4.
And I'll be generous. Again, Wolverine's not my man, but it is a great cover. I will give it a 4. And apparently a great pickup to pick up now because it's cheap.
Bad investment, man. I bought all of them.
You're like, I bought them at $11. I'm like, oh, so sorry to hear that. I'm trying to look it up right now and see if there's any affordable copies out in the universe. Yep, there's a couple of affordable copies out in the universe. All right, next up on the retrospective. Oh, it's our one DC comic book entry. This book was sent exclusively to retailers who followed orders to send back the recalled copies of Superman 14 and Supergirl 33. Prices were soaring at the time to the tune of $75. It is Joker Year of the Villain #1. Rated or hate it?
I have no idea what was going on in this book or at this time with DC Comics. But
I think people might just like it for the Brian Boland variant. I think
I was just about to say Brian Boland is awesome. I love his work. This cover's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Quick question before I rate it though. What was this the thing that introduced Punchline?
There is nothing else here to suggest.
Well, not this issue, but this like kind of thing. This wasn't it a Year of the Villain book that she debuted in?
I do believe it is.
I'm not 100% sure. Man, I like Brian Boland. I'll give it a 3. It's a beautiful cover. He's awesome.
And it does not appear that this is anyone's first appearance. I just looked it up. The only cover that seems to be doing well is the Stuart Sager cover. Actually appears to be doing well. Good for him. Good for him. And he has more than one. Stuart Sager got more than one Joker variant. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yep, the Brian Boland one is just sitting there. Poor guy. Poor guy.
From $75 to $4. Wow.
Yeah, and graded versions hitting lows of 34. Tisk, tisk. Well, the next one's very popular. As the next book, you know what? This book needs no introduction. It's Marvel 1988, Wolverine #1.
Oof. I mean, is there any way I can give this less than a 5? I mean, this is a highly sought after thing, man. Yeah, I think if you're a Wolverine super fan, this is a must have. This is, and I could only see it going up as far as if you want to talk spec or pricing or whatever it is. So yeah, definitely 5.
Yeah, look at this. A straight 10, a 5, a 5, 5s.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah. There we go. Taylor in.
I love it. I love hot takes, man. I am a big fan of hot takes.
Oh, Robbie.
My boy. What's going on?
Who will be joining us in 2 weeks.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I'm very looking forward to it. I gotta go. November is turning into a great looking month. Great looking month. So
it really is. It really is.
I too have to give this a 5. There's no denying it. It's got everything you need. It's Wolverine. It's an issue 1. We get Patch I think we get Patch in the story. Everything's happening. It's a great collector's item. How can you say no? Yeah. And staying on the Wolverine train, taking us back to 1982, the Wolverine #1 from his first miniseries.
Can you give anything a 6?
Right?
Yeah, this got to go right up with the other one, man. This is. I mean, this cover is super iconic. You know, when people give shit about Frank Miller these days, they give him shit because of this cover right here.
I
It's
don't know what,
amazing.
because this cover is so great.
Yeah, man, it's iconic. Shit. I mean, back in the days, it was wanted. Now it's wanted, and it's always going to be. As long as his stock keeps going and keeps rising, Wolverine is always going to be. I mean, what is he, number 2 next to Spider-Man in the whole Marvel pantheon, if you would say?
One, never liked Child Hunter Wolverine. And yet we got multiple 10s. We got multiple scale breakers. Now, of course, I've had the pleasure of watching Frank Miller thumbfuck issues like this in front of me. So that will always be a memorable experience for me. But like the other issue one, I cannot argue against its collectability and wanting to have it in the collection and all that wonderful stuff. E-Man, good morning.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so I can't give it less than a 5 based on I understand the caliber of book that we're talking about. But maybe for me personally, it'd be like a 4, something that's really cool on the wall for me, you know. But like, I'm not going out of my way for this one. Ooh, bringing us to number 1.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Speculations galore about Damian Hellstrom and the Midnight Suns. Ghost Rider number 28. Rate it or hate it.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 5 as well. This is another one that I think. I mean, I love the horror side of Marvel. You know, and when you put all those guys together, like a Doctor Strange, a freaking Ghost Rider, all these characters together, Midnight Suns, that whole thing, I gotta have it. I gotta have it personally. So I definitely would go there. So 5, yeah, for me, 5 for sure.
Now, Cup, if you picked it up for 50 cents, did you pick it up for 50 cents in the bag? That's what I want to know.
50 cents. Oh my God, I gotta go where you go, man.
I mean, it does happen every once in a while. It's not, this book did come out in a plentiful age, you know? So, yeah. I mean, I got to give it that. Oof. All right. This book screams my childhood. So, and I just remember getting these issues every week at the comic store, all excited. 5, giving it a solid 5.
Yeah.
You know what? The 5 is extreme because, you know, it's like, is this like collectible and stuff? But like,
right.
I think it's got room for growth. So I'm going to dare to dabble in the realm of spec by giving it a 5.
It's like when the Fantastic Four was like, remember when they did the whole Hulk, Spider-Man, Wolverine, you know, when they all became like the Fantastic Four for like 2 issues or something like that.
4 issues.
Wasn't the craziest thing in the world, but it was just so damn cool. And I think the Midnight Suns has that factor too, you know? Hey, Station, guys.
Oh, Freaky Louie. My boy. Call me, Louie. Call me. Oh, my God. I feel like an LCS raised Cliff. And LCS did raise me, technically. You know, not intentionally, of course.
Freaky Louie.
$1 and you'll find this way. It does happen. It does happen. You know, sometimes without the plastic still on, sometimes with the plastic still on.
I know if I was in, okay, hopefully I could find it for 50 cents. That would be awesome if I could find it for a really cheap price. But I know that if I'm thumbing through a box and I see that, that's coming out of the box immediately. Like, that's not
exactly.
I'm not thinking about that, you know?
Yeah, you're like, yep, this is coming with me. Right. Even if it were a $5 box, I'm grabbing that book.
Right. Exactly.
You know, I'm like, snatch it and run. We'll worry about it later. You know? And not to mention, it looks real good for the giveaway box. Which I didn't give that away, but I gave a different Ghost Rider away in our last box, which is going to David of Still 35 Cents. So yay!
Oh, nice! Oh yeah!
Oh my goodness! So that was it for Rated or Hated. So this is your last chance to thrill and impress me, Fable, as we enter our final segment of the 5-finger shuffle. This is it, sir. You get to choose the 5 comics or books or whatever. You get to choose the theme. What is it going to be today?
So my theme today is going to be A-OK, man. Something that's big in our community. Something that you know just shows how giving and loving this community is, especially to the new collectors or the new people that come into our community. We always want to invite them and just share our love of comics with them. So I just recently got an A-OK. Let me just grab it real quick. So we were talking about my friend Scotty here, our friend Scotty. And I was talking to Scotty and I was telling him about my situation where I have all my books in storage, and it's really difficult for me to grab books from storage and move them around to different places because I'm afraid they're gonna get damaged, right? Like I'm one of those guys. I like my books in minty fresh conditions as much as I can possibly have them. So I was like, I got to get me one of those store folios. You know what a store folio is, right? Of course you do. So Scotty immediately is like, hey, I got like 1,000,000 of those. I'll send you one. And I'm like, oh, Scotty, you're the man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But of course, Scotty couldn't stop there, right? He couldn't. He couldn't help himself. So here's the store folio. There's nothing special. It's just a store folio. Nothing. Oops, sorry.
But what's inside? What's inside?
Exactly. What's inside of the store folio? So of course he had to stuff it with a bunch of comics. Now I won't show all of them because it's 5, but I'll show you the 5 that I loved out of the bunch of the comics that he gave me. So thanks again, Scotty. Man, you're awesome. Also, newest member of the PCP Army Bad Batch. I don't know if I announced that or said that on any shows or anything, but yes, Scotty is down with the crew. But yeah, these are the 5 books that he sent me that I absolutely loved. And man, Scotty likes foil. I can say that. So first he sent me an amazing Spider-Man 300 facsimile foil edition, which is a beautiful, beautiful cover. Todd McFarlane, we talked about him. I remember the original of this coming out. And I already said that I love facsimile. So many things taken care of in one book. So thank you, Scotty, for this. He also sent me, and you'll probably love this, Cliff, is the Green Lantern facsimile, also in foil edition.
Al Jordan, the Scott Summers of DC.
There you go. Not a big DC guy, but I love these classic books because I'm always interested in getting into DC. I'm always trying to find a spot to jump in. So I love these old DC books. I love facsimiles in general, but a foil one, awesome. Awesome, Scotty. Thank you. Also, he sent me this, and I believe this is Berserker. Not 100% sure, but it's a Jenny Frison Berserker cover.
It's
foil,
looking very good. Yes.
Foil as well. Beautiful. Yep. Love anything Jenny Frison. Gorgeous, yep. Gorgeous.
Points for Man Nipple. That's always good.
There you go. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you. And I don't know too much about this character, but every time I see her, she busts my bussy. She changes my life every time I see her. And I'm talking about Vamp Barella, man. Gorgeous. I think this is Perio, who's an amazing artist. You correct me, Scotty, if I'm wrong, if anybody knows. Sorry, the foil is just making my screen go nuts. But this is also a foil edition Vampirella. Beautiful. I love this. I just love the look of this character. I don't know much about her, but this character, every time I see her, I'm like, damn, she's hot.
That's issue 666.
Yes, it is. 666 in foil. edition. Again, Scotty loves his foil, man. He knows what to do, man. He knows how to bring
Yep, it is Lucio Barrio.
it. For real, yeah. Uh-huh. And the last book I'll show, and I have more, but I'll just, like I said, I'll show the 5. Me and Scotty share a love for horror. We love horror movies and love our horror books. So he sent me this cool Friday the 13th book, which I don't own anything from Friday the 13th. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, hell yeah.
From the
That's my boy.
Wildstorm era, no less.
Yes, absolutely. So, man, Scotty, you're an amazing community member. I'm so glad that you're a part of our team, and I thank you for the storefolio and stuffing it with a bunch of stuff that you love and that we both love. So that's my theme. That's my 5.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. That is a fantastic 5. Fantastic. Let's see. What would I rate that? Oh, let's give it a proper rating. I really got to find more to that for that collection.
Oh man,
that was really, really great. I'm very pleased. Very pleased.
Oh yeah. I'm always just floored every time I get one of these things. I know, you know, we all have books, but just somebody taking the time to put something together for you and to mail it and do all that stuff, always
Yes.
touch me. Always.
And I mean, I have such a hard time with it, but usually when I have to send someone something, I will try to stick one extra special thing in, just because. And I'm like, yeah, if I can. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I have 5 boxes sitting around me that still have to go out, and I'm just like, well, in 1 or 2 paychecks, they're gonna move.
Well, shipping's expensive, so it's understandable, but I myself have to get on the train with all of this stuff because I know I have a lot of stuff that I don't need and that somebody else would appreciate, and I just got to do I got to be more diligent about giving back in that way,
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I am a hoarder. So so that is an issue for me because I'm just like, well, that's actually not true, right? Like when I see that I'm amassing extras, that's when it ends up being like goes in giveaways, or I've got it for Comics Curing Cancer, or whatever the case may be, right? But I gotta realize, but when I'm on the hunt, and once I realized that I've collected, like I was like, oh, I got issues 1 through 100, and I'm like, mine. I was like, yeah, it's not going anywhere. I was like, no, I worked really hard for this.
Oh well, yeah, I definitely have books that never leave the collection, but when I started in 2019, I sort of went nuts, like a lot of us did, right? I think when you first get in it, you just want everything, and you buy everything, regardless of whether it's good or not. Maybe it's just a cool cover or whatever. So after these last 5 years, I've kind of refined my taste. I kind of know what I'm looking for. I kind of can see through the gimmicks, right? Like oh, you have to get this because this happens, and then like you see on the hated or rated, how many of those really survived all the speculation and the pricing, right? So it's like
apparently Wolverine survived.
Yeah, he's Animania, man. But yeah, once you figure out what you really love and what you really want to put your time, your money, your attention to, the rest become whatever. So and I'm pretty sure something that I don't care about, somebody is absolutely hunting for, So definitely got to get on that.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Yeah, I got to be better. There's actually a couple books I have lying around that, if I'm lucky, will go out at Christmas time. And in the meantime, Christmas is very less than 60 days away, and I am trying to survive Thanksgiving. My mother and I just bought. Oh my God! Hold on. And it's so cute because, like I say, my mother and I did it, and I just used her debit card because she would not shut up about like having enough plates for Thanksgiving. So I shelled out $45 at the dollar store, and I got 18 salad plates, and I got 18 dinner plates.
Oh yeah.
For Thanksgiving. And I'm like, and allegedly, it's so shady at the dollar store. Allegedly, they are microwavable safe and dishwasher safe.
Yeah.
But that sticker comes right off.
Right. I wouldn't trust it, Cliff. I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, I mean, they look like we're gonna hand wash them. It looks like they're gonna put on a great show. We're gonna hand wash them again and put them away. I don't trust it for shit. And while I was in the dollar store, I grabbed up the little scrubby brush too, because I was like, I'm gonna need you, bitch.
Yeah, right. Oh, the dollar store. Gotta love it.
Oh my God, Taylor, don't put that into the universe.
Oh my God, Taylor. Oh my God.
Don't put that into the universe. Oh my goodness. All right. This is it. Your last chance. Any questions from the chat? I'm gonna go to my poll. On YouTube. I want to see. I want to check out if Peter Parker truly won the Spider-Man polling that I put up. The community poll. Oh my God. Yeah, Peter Parker won with 76% of the votes out of 51 votes. Miles coming in second place, 18%. Ben third place with 4%. And Jerry Drew, Jessica Drew's son, at 2% because someone else knows him.
Did you put Spider-Boy on that poll?
No, these were only Spider-Men, and I failed. I failed to put Spider-Punk. I failed. I have to make up to. I gotta make up to him. But it's really funny because Jerry is from that Mayday Parker future, right, where he becomes Spider-Man. So I always think that that's neat. But he is Jessica Drew's son, and there's lots of Jessica Drew, like Jessica in her most recent Spider-Woman title. She's looking for him, and nobody can remember him except Spider-Boy. And as we know, because Spider-Boy also technically was removed from time, that's why he remembers.
Oh, so that okay. Makes sense. I've been stacking the Spider-Boys, but I've always wanted to get into that Mayday Parker thing because my boy Big Herm, he's a huge Spider-Man fan, and he always touts that series with the Mayday Parker. So I gotta get into that.
Yeah, no, it's a fun time, and who knows, maybe one day there'll be a big payoff. All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining me this morning. I had a great time. You had some great picks. It's a pleasure. I can't wait to have you on soon. Of course, I'm booked into January, so we'll see. And then
that's a good thing, like, man.
Did you see me? Did you see me on Paul in the 619? And he goes, "Oh, Cliff, I need notice. I might be available at the end of October." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, I'm booked into December. I was like, "So you'll need to let me know your availability."
Paul, this is Cliff on comics, my friend. I don't think you know how it goes around.
I know. I am the worst. But next week, we're having Brendan on, Disney Comics, Gallows Man, who all of you may know. He'll be here next week. In 2 weeks, Rockin' Robbie. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'll see a lot of you tonight live for the Comic Book Community Awards.
Oh yeah.
Of which the Council of Comics is nominated in 2 categories, and you, sir, are nominated. You, sir, are nominated as well. I really hope that you win. I mean, you are up against some good people, but I'm pretty sure that's the category. I'm pretty sure that's the category that I really felt was for you. You know?
Thank you. Let me tell you something before you go about that. You know, I really just wanted to show my books off on Instagram. That's all I really wanted to do. I didn't have any aspirations to be part of anything more than that. And it seems like every time I just wanted to do that, people just kept pulling me into the direction, the direction of content creation and community and things like that. And after 4 years of building whatever, the PCP Army, Bad Batch, blah, 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 all that stuff, I felt like I was done. I felt like I did everything I needed to do, and I was just ready to walk off into the sunset. And when I got that notification, my boy Eric, 9 Panel Grid, who's also in the house and nominated twice,
Yes.
he hit me up. He said, "Dude, you got nominated for the community builder." And I said, "What?" Like I was just in total shock. I could not believe it. But it's funny how the cosmos, like I said, I was ready to leave and it just pulled me right the hell back in. So, man, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you guys want me to stay. That's an awesome feeling, whether I win or lose.
That is beautiful. But why wouldn't you want to stay?
Well, I mean, sometimes I pine for the days when it's simple, when I was just getting my books and posting them. But, you deal with a lot of people. I deal with a lot of people and behind the scenes and stuff like that. And I'm proud of all of my guys. I'm proud of everything they've achieved. But you know, it takes a lot of time. And I do have 2 kids, so it's like maybe I should pull back. But
No,
no,
you can pull back, but you don't have to ride off into the sunset.
the community said no. No,
No, no
Fable, you're
sunset.
not going nowhere.
I'm always fascinated by people who feel like it's I never feel like it's the end. Like I feel like there's so much to do. There's people I want to meet, there's people I want to interview, there's stuff I want to accomplish. Like I'll never feel like it's over. I'm very Kevin Smith in that way. Kevin Smith, writer, director, or whatever. Like it's the journey that is keeping me going more than anything else. So I don't ever imagine saying, well, that's it, or it's sunset time. For me, it's just like, well, what's next?
Yeah. No, maybe I was just I don't know, maybe I was in just a different frame of mind. But I thank for the community for bringing me back into your frame of mind.
You just needed to be reminded that we still love you and there's still home for you. All right. Exactly. And that's the way I always feel. Even when everybody drops me and says this fucking narcissist, I'll still be like, well, I got my next thing and I'll just try again.
Yeah. No, I love it, man. I love this community. I love all the people in it. You, Cliff, all the unique voices. Everybody's so different, but everybody's so the same at the same time. And I always say this. It's no wonder everybody's so good and giving and willing to help each other, because look at what we grew up reading. Yeah. Right? It makes sense.
Look at this. We need you out here. Yeah, exactly. Like you need rest. I spent a lot of time sleeping this week, and like I do need rest. I worked really hard for work, and like I didn't jump on like 500 different streams this week. I think I jumped on with Scotty on Tuesday, or no, I jumped on with Marcus on Tuesday, and like and then of course my usual Wednesday stuff. But like Thursday, I slept. But it is true. It is true. We don't have to kill ourselves for this. But I also don't think like we have to turn it off, because like it. Right. I don't know. I feel like the community does a lot. I'm really happy to be here. I'll always be grateful to Empire for like guiding me in this direction. I'm just, I'm always just sad that he was not here to share in any of it with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I had Empire on my show a few moons ago, and when that news hit me, it saddened me so much. But you're doing him proud, Cliff. Doing him proud, man.
Thank you. Every time I pick up a Spidey something, I'm thinking of him. It's funny. I like Spidey, of course, but there's specific books that remind me of him, and like I just have them all to one side just for that. Awesome. And with that said, hey, we did real good. He won the award last year. Keep specking his name. Keep specking in honor of him. I think it's so amazing. Anyhow, everyone, head over to John's Comics and Kids right now. And until next time, thank you. Love you con mucho, mucho amor. Peace.
Station.